A couple weeks ago, there was an article in the Detroit Lakes Tribune that talked about the 8 new businesses moving here to Detroit Lakes to take up residency in the new Gateway District where the 2 strip malls are being built here in town. Now, it doesn't sound like any of these businesses will open up until the spring, but it was nice to at least know what's going in there. And if you haven't heard what's going in there, we've got an O'Reilly Auto Parts, a Made Right Diner, a Verizon Cellular Store, Miguel's Mexican Restaurant, the Sprint Cellular Store, Cherry Berry, which is a frozen yogurt store, a Great Clips, and a Jimmy John's sandwich shop. Now, I've talked with some people and asked, did they read the article? Did they hear what businesses are coming to town? And what has been their consensus? And routinely, throughout the couple dozen people I've talked to here in town, it's been pretty much the same. A pretty bland, a pretty blah type approach to these new businesses moving to town. I hear a lot of reaction as to say, don't we already have those things in town? We already have a place where you can get frozen treats. We already have places where you can get parts for your car. We already have places to get your hair cut. We certainly already have cellular phone stores and so on. Well, that may all be true and may all be fine and dandy. But I still look at this as a huge improvement and a huge positive sign. Now, there's still 3,500 square feet that is not leased. Now, if you remember, late last year, maybe it was towards the middle of last year, there was an article in the Detroit Lakes Tribune that talked about how the entire space was leased out and was to be leased. As of right now, it sounds like most of the 24,000 square feet is leased out. However, there's still 3,500 square feet left. But I go back to people's expectations. I don't quite know what they were or what they are. To me, I thought it was a very positive, very good sign that given the current economy, that we have this many businesses interested in coming here to Detroit Lakes and giving it a shot. And yes, some of these stores may offer services that are already available in town, but I still look at that as a positive. Why? Because it gives more competition to town. Whenever there's more competition, I believe you and I as the consumer have the best chance of benefiting, whether it is through different goods to purchase, obviously there being more of them, or prices being lower because one store can jack up something too high without being undercut by their competition. So that's why I look at all these things as positives. After all, a lot of towns wish they had the kind of growth we have. Now, I don't know what kind of big name store, what kind of big name location, what kind of big name restaurant per se people wanted to hear or people wanted to see there, or what kind of item they think will go there that will bring a lot of foot traffic. To me, the fact that it's being leased out on long-term leases, 5 to 15 years, is really the biggest positive that you can take away from the 2 strip malls. So just because your favorite store isn't moving here to town, be happy businesses are moving to town. Now, if you're one of the competitors for one of these new businesses, you might have a little bit to worry about. Considering Detroit Lakes and Becker County is a growing area in the state, has it grown enough to support your business and these new ones? Only time will tell. But there's still 3,500 square feet of space to have something go into. There's still plenty of land out there. Well, I shouldn't say plenty, but still more land out there in the new Gateway District by the soon-to-be Veterans Memorial Park in order to allow another business, perhaps restaurant, to move into. And we're still going to move the brand new liquor store into that location. It's going to be a nice addition to downtown. The only question is, will these new businesses that are moving into town have too much of an adverse effect on the old ones already here? Time will only tell on that, but I still see this as a positive for you and I as consumers.